Well, I thought we had to record it. Oh, shit. No.
Hello, my name is Adrian Gonzalez, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the history of baseball. The game of baseball, which is also known as America's pastime, is played by almost every kid in America when they're growing up. When they're young, they're taught the basics of throwing, hitting, catching, fielding, and running. Along with these physical activities, they're also taught some of the mental aspects of the game, like the rules, for example. Some of the rules include that there's two teams, there's a home team, and there's a visiting team. Each team gets 3 outs when they're up to bat. After the team has gotten out 3 times, it's other team's turn to hit. After they have hit, and you get 3 outs, the side has been retired. And the professional game of baseball, there's about 9 innings to be played. Whenever they first start playing the game, they start with T-ball, and actually they don't keep track of innings, they go by time. They actually let everybody hit. They don't play outs or anything like that. They let the whole lineup hit through, and then they switch after everybody is hit. Some other things that are taught are that there's 4 bases. There's first base, second base, third base, and there's home. Going down the first base line, there's a right field foul line, and going down the third base line, there's a left field foul line. There's 4 things you can do whenever you hit the ball. You can either reach first base safely, that's a single. You can reach second base safely, that's called a double. And usually to hit a double, you have to hit the ball in the gap, or you have to be pretty fast to beat out a single. The third thing you can do is you can hit a triple. Now triples, they don't happen too often because they usually require a lot of speed. Triples usually are people who hit doubles, but they have enough speed to stretch it out into a triple. The last thing you can do when you're up at the plate is you can hit a home run. There's 2 different ways that you can hit a home run. First way you can hit it is you can hit the ball over the fence. The other way you can do it is by hitting inside the park home run. Inside the park home runs are extremely rare. They happen maybe once, maybe twice a year. And you hit the ball, and it usually requires a little bit of luck. Someone has to misplay the ball, dive and miss, and then the ball rolls the fence. And they sprint all the way around the bases. Now, with all these rules and stuff, you have to think where they all come from. Well, most people have heard that a guy by the name of Abner Doubleday created the game of baseball. If you're one of these few, then I hate to tell you, but it's not true. According to the article, Who Invented Baseball, on the History website, Alexander Joy Cartwright actually invented baseball. He created the game of baseball by combining the game of rounders, an old English game, and combining the game of cricket together. Now at the time there was different forms and variations of the game being played on school campuses and for fun, but baseball has seen a lot more popularity after he set down these basic rules and principles. According to the article The Leagues by Miklich, the very first team to ever be established in Major League Baseball was Cincinnati Red Sox. Now it's crazy to believe that now there are over thousands of baseball players being paid to play the game of baseball. Not all of them play at the major league level that we see on TV and that we go to the games to watch, but they are still considered professional baseball players because they're getting paid to play. There are 4 different organizations in every major league team. There's a single A, double A, triple A, and there's the big leagues that we watch on TV and stuff. Every person who gets drafted, they start in single A and they work their way up to double A. Then they work their way up to triple A. And then once they've met the manager's requirements, they are promoted to the big leagues. Of course, when you talk about the game of baseball, you have to mention some of the all-time greats. Some of the all-time greats like Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, he started his career with the Boston Red Sox, and then he was traded to the New York Yankees. Babe Ruth was a left-handed power hitter. He had a total of 714 career home runs. He's 3rd all-time on the home run list. And he even has a record that stood for 34 years of hitting 60 home runs in a single season, according to the Babe Ruth biography. Another person that I really admire, and that's probably my favorite baseball player, is Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson is the very first African American to ever play the Major League Baseball. The reason that Jackie Robinson is one of my favorite all-time baseball players is because he endured so much off the field, yet he still performed at such a high level on the field. In today's game, we see plenty of new faces, and we see people who maybe could one day be all-time great. My name is Adrian Gonzalez, and thank you very much for listening to my presentation.
We love you. Good job, my man.